Once again, it's your boy Draft Raw. I just got off the phone with Manic Ray. We were discussing basically what we were going to do for our next videos that will be coming out, the in-studio videos. But I want to keep what I used to do on YouTube, and there's basically these home type videos where I go into different prospects and stuff like that. So we're still going to have in-studio videos, but I still want to do this because there was a certain core fans that like these type of videos because they were a little bit more personal. I'm not in the studio, I'm at my home, I'm relaxing, but I'm still talking about football and NFL draft prospects. So let me just sit down here. I want to say that if you look at the title, this is about the How to Scout series that I'm going to be doing. Every Wednesday a video should be coming out. It's going to basically be how to scout prospects. It's a grading system that deals with 5 different traits for each position. And the grading system is from 1 to 4. And the different traits is, like I said, for each and every position, there's always different traits that I associate with each position, and then I grade to give me a certain number. With the 5 traits, the highest graded number is, like I said, it's 1 through 4, so it's 4. So the most points you can ever get will be 20. But with this How to Scout series, I'm just going to be going through what do I do when I scout what this video about, wide receivers. So without further ado, I hope this is not unprofessional looking to y'all, but hey, like I said, the core fans, I still gotta give them these type of videos. So you know what, let's just get into it. So how to scout wide receivers. My biggest thing when I'm looking at a receiver is that I'm looking for, like I said, 5 traits. The 5 traits is their speed, their hands, the route running skills, the yards after catch, and ball tracking skills. These 5 things are associated with some of the greatest receivers in NFL history and just in the NFL right now. Most of these guys are top notch at least 4 or 5 of these. If they're like I said, these, the very top guys, not just guys that are just pretty good, but I'm talking about the top guys, the future Hall of Famers and Hall of Famers. So, some of these guys, they may not rate great with the speed, but they were great route runners. They had great hands. They were great yards after the catch, and they knew how to track the ball well. So that's why I say it's, usually 4 out of 5. Some guys actually have 5 out of 5, but we're going to get into it. So the highest graded receiver I've ever graded, there's a couple of guys. AJ Green was one. Odell Beckham Jr. was one. I think AJ Green, I had scored him about 18 and a half points. I use half points. I don't go full points, so it's like 1.5, 2.5, whatever. I use half points. Another was, like I said, Odell Beckham Jr. I think he was at 18. Another player, I think I had Corey Davis, who I think it was like 18, I believe. So, you get the kind of the thing about this and how I kind of, how I grade these receivers. I've never graded anybody that got a 20. I think 18 and a half is the highest grade I've ever had. And sometimes the gradings are kind of based off of where players will get drafted. So if you remember Corey Davis, he was the 5th overall pick. And like I said, I had him graded at an 18. That's a pretty high for when you got 5 traits and you got 4. It's a grading system of 4. It's like A, B, C, D, but I use 4, 3, 2, 1. 4 being an A, and then so forth and so forth. So he graded really, really high with an 18, which is probably the reason why he was the 5th overall pick. A lot of guys that are usually the top guys within each draft actually grade pretty highly. Last night I went through Jerry Jeudy and CeeDee Lamb and Henry Ruggs, who are the media consistent top 3 guys, and I think Henry Ruggs came out for 16, which says that he's like a late first rounder, second round type of guy. And I think CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy actually rated out at a 17, and I think I had rated him out at 17 and a half, so that's pretty good for him. and not to say I have him as my top receiver, but the grading system helps me in terms of kind of ranking where I feel as though these receivers are. So those are the main traits. Speed, a lot of guys, speed is a huge thing for receivers, but speed is not the end-all be-all. We've seen a lot of Hall of Fame guys that didn't even run in the 4.4s and be really, really successful because they had the other traits that really, pretty much made them really, really good receivers. Then you got route running skills. Route running obviously is the biggest thing. You can't become a great receiver in the NFL without running routes. I mean, that's just simple as that. It just doesn't work. You may have a year or two where you're like one of the top guys, but consistently guys are just going to be able to shut you down because you don't have that type of change of direction. The only how a guy could become successful is if the offense that he in kind of dictates to his skill set. And I'm not trying to get on anybody, but someone like DK Metcalf for the Seattle Seahawks, his skill set, they dictated to his skill set and didn't have him run too many like type of routes that involved a lot of change of direction. He did a lot more stuff that were kind of just stick your foot in the ground and turn, or just go and use your speed to outrun guys. Or the other thing is use your size to kind of out jump guys, which will then can kind of go into ball tracking skills. To me, no receiver can really actually make it to being a top flight guy without ball tracking skills. I think the best always had ball tracking skills. Even when you think about small guys like kind of an Odell, or one of the biggest is Antonio Brown. He was one of the best ball trackers within the NFL. And then another trait, yards after catch. You have a lot of guys that are pretty good at yards after catch. In this year's draft, you got guys like CeeDee Lamb and who's the other? Laviska Shenault. Both of those guys are really, really good at yards after catch. So they graded pretty high on that. To me, that's one of the things that you don't have to technically have, but it's that added bonus. But it's a trait that, like I said, if you have it, you can really become a top flight type of guy. Something like what Julio Jones has become. He's been one of the most consistent, best receivers in the NFL. And then, like I said, we went to speed, hands, obviously, route running, all that, and ball tracking skills. These are the certain traits that receivers need to have to be that guy. And, if you don't have them, you're just going to be a middling receiver or just a regular receiver in the NFL. Like I said, you may have great years, but when it all comes down to it, you'll never get to that top echelon of guys that will go into the Hall of Fame someday. But anyway, I just wanted to do this little series real quick. Wanted to put that out there. If you've watched through this video as right now, don't turn it off. Please don't turn it off. I don't know if I said this earlier. I apologize for the uploaded video. I think I did say it earlier. Like I said, I will re-upload the wide receiver prospect ranking video. That was an in-studio video. I will do that. I'm gonna give y'all as much contact as I can. We're gonna go through the whole year. We're gonna be in studio. I'm gonna still do these type of videos. I'm gonna still give you contact. I'm gonna still give you content that you'll be able to watch and be able to enjoy. So anyway, I thank all y'all people. Like I said, I got off the phone with Maniac Ray earlier. I don't know if I said in the video earlier. We talked about some things of what's gonna be happening later. He thanks y'all, and I hope y'all keep on sticking with us because we are planning on doing big things. Once again, it's your boy Draft Raw. Goodbye.